there's a big thing about women's pee going into the water, and they don't have correct filters to remove the estrogen. Have you heard about this?
Well, I haven't heard about that specifically, but in terms of phytoestrogens and a pro-estrogen environment in the modern world as opposed to 1,000 years ago, I think there's no one that disagrees with the fact that we are in a more pro-estrogen environment right now. However, now, this is where I do have a little expertise. Estrogen is not the enemy, guys, and so estrogen has been demonized for decades. A lot of the manosphere guys will demonize estrogen, but the fortunate reality is actually that the higher your estrogen, the more cardioprotective it is. The higher the estrogen, the better the libido until a certain point, as long as the androgens are okay. So the ratio matters. So if you've got very high testosterone and high estrogen, typically a good environment for most behaviors and health. But if you've got low testosterone, high estrogen, not so good. But for the most part, you don't want to worry about bioidentical estrogen, meaning estradiol, meaning E2. What you are concerned about is these xenoestrogens, these phytoestrogens, whatever you want to call them. They aren't exactly identical to the estrogen that you have in your body after testosterone aromatizes. So as testosterone goes up, it'll convert to estrogen. This is the body's normal response. This is a good thing. If you reduce estrogen, if you bring your estrogen low, this is the worst thing.
Because test comes down.
No. When you lower estrogen, you will know what it feels like to truly feel depressed and suicidal. And there's only one way you can do that, and it's typically through an aromatase inhibitor, and it will bring down estrogen artificially low. You'll have brain fog, you'll have sore joints, no libido, you'll be depressed, you'll be anxious, your sleep will be bad, your heart health suffers. Estrogen is very important. But again, where midwits don't understand is nuance. The right dose matters.
Dude, that can be weaponized.
Oh, yeah.
Like, here's a tea. Drink this tea every day.
If you put a Arimidex, an Astrazole, in the water supply, you will stop breeding. You will have men kill themselves. You are basically forcing them into a severe form of menopause.
Wow.
Worse, because never in history, never in evolution, do men suffer very low estrogen in normal circumstances, in normal healthy men. Now, the truth is, all right, let's be honest here. With all the fucking estrogens in the environment, we're here in Bali where they are literally burning off plastics into the atmosphere. I'm fine. You're fine. I'm not sure this is a valid excuse. I believe this is more a result of culture than it is hormone manipulation, although I can't ignore the fact that there is some influence there. Okay, definitely, because the low T epidemic is such that it's a complicated topic, but definitely the physical environment is playing a negative role for men's testosterone levels. But not only men's sex hormones, but also women's as well. So they have their own concerns as well. And I don't think we want to get into a lengthy discussion there, because we are talking about nature versus nurture here. And I'm more focusing on the nurture component. And it's very easy if you want to have a relationship whereby there are just no issues. I mean, you do need to select for a woman that is agreeable. And the only reason you're going to select for a woman that is A, agreeable, B, physically attractive, C, maternal, and D, someone that's going to stand by you is that you are providing her a better deal than is worth her taking a risk to find someone else. Does that make sense? So if she believes in her head that it's going to be really hard to replace you, then she is going to see past certain flaws of yours, whether they be physical, emotional, mental, or even financial woes you have. Now, when you start to compare yourself against a man who's really ticking a lot of those boxes, physically, mentally, emotionally, financially, charisma, he's just a 1 in a billion type, and your woman was to somehow meet him, there's a high degree that if he wanted her, he'll take her. Genuinely. I mean, there are a lot of relationships out there whereby If your woman was to meet someone like, let's say it's a Drake, and she liked Drake's music, which is another red flag. If a woman idolizes a singer, there is a high degree that if Drake wanted your missus, like he really liked her, he's taking her. Because why would she stay with you? Oh, but my missus loves me. But why does she love you? That's a weasel word. She loves you because you're motivated, you're healthy, you're lean, you're tall, you have good bedroom game, you're funny, you massage her, you care for her, you love the kids, or you play with the kids. You have these prerequisites that she needs to feel safe, secure, and comfortable, but Drake is just doing them better than you. So if Drake does them better than you, or way better than you, now she's going to weigh things up. Now, if you're the guy that has sexually imprinted on her, because people think that I'm looking at this black and white. If you've sexually imprinted on her, you've met her as a virgin, all right, and you are a 6.5, 7 out of 10 in all of the prerequisites that most women need. Even if Drake is more competent than you at all of those things, she will not leave Drake for you because you have sexually imprinted on her. You have something that Drake will never be able to have on your woman. Okay?
She will not leave
She will
you
not
for
leave
Drake.
you. I don't care who it is,
Got it.
whether it's a Drake or a Justin Bieber or an Andrew Tate. Find your archetype. She will not leave you. Even if those men tell you that she'll leave you, they will not leave you. But in order to find that girl, you typically have to find her a virgin, a near virgin. And she is so shy. She is so shy that in order for her to have given herself to you sexually, the imprint that you have on her, the sexual imprint, is such that if she was to fuck these other men, she wouldn't be able to come. That's how shy she is. The emotional connection, the hormones that were going on when she finally gave herself to you is something that cannot be replicated. And this is actually a phenomenon that is known as first love syndrome, where women years later still think about their first love, their first true love. Because if you sexually imprint on a woman, you can definitely have something on her that no matter how more competent a man thereafter you is, she always has that thing for you. This is just biology. And the reason for that is because in biology, for a woman to be with multiple men was very dangerous. Think about the past. If a woman was a sharmuta, which man is going to take care of her kids if he doesn't know that those kids are his?
Beta male. Low T.
Even then. Why would he do that?
Even then it's hard.
Because society at the time is requiring a woman to have multiple kids in order just to keep the population alive. And a lot of men are at war. They're looking to build their own families. And so it's very, very difficult for a woman back then to find a man if she was a sharmuta.
What's sharmuta for anyone watching?
Whore in Arabic.
I'm just pulling up some stats here. The rate of single mothers is increasing by 21% per year.
That is an insane statistic. Now, I don't know how accurate that stat is, but let me tell you something in my lived experience. When you go to the south of Perth, you will see single mothers in groups. There are literally get-together groups of single mums. You just see them all there in their leggings with the prams.
47% of that, 47% is black mothers.
Oh, yeah, that's the worst.
So half of that is black mothers, and 25% is Hispanic.
I saw a brilliant meme the other day. Now, I'm not going to talk about which business, but I don't even know if I should talk about this giveaway. Anyway, I just thought this would be hilarious. There was a meme where this guy was getting a tattoo. And if you know anything about getting tattoos, obviously I do because I'm full of accounts. You have this foam on at the end. And then once you wipe that foam down, you finally see what the piece looks like. And the foam is on this man's hand. And he got a tattoo of his father. And then the foam was wiped and it was just blank skin because it was a black guy, no father. Oh. It was such a good meme, bro. It went viral. I thought it was brilliant. And the single mother or the no father black memes are incredible.
Yeah, they always go viral.
They go viral.
Always go
And you know
viral.
who loves them the most? Black guys.
Black guys. They send it to each other.
Yeah.
It's you. It's
Black
you.
comedy is great. Bro, what would we do without black comedy? Honestly, a lot of people might think that I'm racist, and I guess I am in the best way. Because I love black comedy from Eddie Murphy, Dave Chappelle, Kevin Hart. You remember Chappelle's show?
Of course.
Bro.
Do you remember we went to see Dave Chappelle in Perth?
Oh, we were blazed.
Do you remember what you were wearing? You felt so uncomfortable.
What was I wearing?
You were wearing super short shorts and a singlet from the gym, but like one of those real thin ones, the bodybuilder
Like
ones.
a Y-back.
And we were at like the convention center, and then I remember we're blazed, right? We're blazed in the car, and you're like, I feel uncomfortable. you're like, why is everyone dressed nice?
I used to wear short shorts and a Y-back. But I was jacked, so it didn't matter.
Yeah. You look like you're about to start a fight. And it was like, hey, bro, come on. You're
No,
cool.
I was more bodybuilder.
Yeah, you're a
Bodybuilder
bodybuilder.
clothing,
You're a bodybuilder. Yeah, you're wearing bodybuilder clothes.
But that was good. That was really good, actually.
Yeah, well, from what I remember.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
We were real baked then.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're baked. So I don't think we remember anything from
Yeah.
it. We're like, oh, shit, there's Dave Chappelle.
I remember laughing.
Yeah.
I remember one thing being...
A lot of things that you say, Dave Chappelle's already done in skits. Like, you said the black culture will take on Eminem, and they actually had a racial, like a transfer seminar, and they're like, us the Asians would like to claim Tiger Woods.
True.
Remember that?
But you see, with Eminem, he got his black card because he was so good at something that only black people were historically good at. Very rare. Not his black card, he got his nigger card. And he was able to freely say it from one black guy to the next. You know something that I don't get? Now, I box with Islanders. They're not really black. And then I have real black friends. Like, my podcast co-host yesterday is black, all right? And he calls his friends nigger, all right? It even comes out. I get that. You're proper black. But if you're halfway, like you're Mexican, have you seen like Mexican people call each other nigger?
Yeah.
I'm thinking, bro, you're Mexican. You're a vato.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
hermanito.
Yeah.
You can't use the word nigger any more than me.
Yeah.
You know, if we're going to talk about who is permitted to use the word, for me, I feel it's very distinctly clear who can and cannot use that word without, you know.
Have you seen this video?
So look.
Look at this video.
So all you niggas, whites and browns, see, I'm Mexican, I can say what's up, nigga? ¿Qué pasa, güey? ¿Qué pasa? You sorry shit? Hey, you sorry shit? Hey.
True, but the Mexicans get a pass. You know what I think
Yeah.
it is? I think it's because they're oppressed and the minorities.
They're part of the oppression.
Yeah, they're part of the oppression in the USA.
Yeah.
But yeah, they somehow get a pass, bro.
Yeah. All right, bro.
I think it was good.
Good. Thank you, everybody. See you tomorrow.